Okay, I just thought it'd be interesting to show you how to find topics or targets or whatever you want to call them. Or just watch a few of these TikToks.
Revolves around the Earth 13 times per year, traveling at 2,288 miles per hour, while the Earth revolves around the Sun once per year, traveling at 67,000 miles per hour. The following model and animation illustrate how this is supposed to occur. As you can see, since the Moon is revolving around the Earth, which itself is revolving around the Sun, in order to maintain its regular orbit, the Moon would have to be constantly and drastically changing its speed in ways completely unaccounted for by the model. In the outer part of its orbit, the Moon would have to speed up 67,000 miles per hour, in addition to its regular speed of 2,288 miles per hour, just to keep up with the Earth. So the Moon would then be traveling at 69,288 miles per hour when it reached the front of the Earth. At this point, since the Moon is allegedly 240,000 miles away from the Earth would catch up in just 4 hours, so the Moon must continue traveling 67,000 miles per hour along Earth's trajectory, while simultaneously continuing its now perpendicular 2,288 mile per hour second trajectory. Then, as it turns to reach the inner part of its orbit, the Moon must now slow back down to its original speed, allowing the Earth to pass by. Lastly, as it passes behind the Earth, the Moon must once again quickly accelerate back up to nearly 70,000 miles per hour before getting left in the dust. In addition to all of this, the Sun itself is allegedly orbiting the Milky Way galaxy.
Well, the thing is the Moon has momentum. It's part of the Earth Moon system. It has momentum, so it keeps moving at the 67,000 miles per hour. But it just keeps that part keeps is always there. Uh, so it doesn't have to slow up or speed up any. And the thing with the sun going around the galaxy, it's kind of the same thing. It's part of the same system, so that everything has its own. It keeps them is moving with the same momentum.
At 448,000 miles per hour, further compounding the problems and calculations of the heliocentric model. If this were true, then the Earth, Moon, and other planets would all have yet another set of ridiculous and impossible corkscrewing accelerations and decelerations necessary just to keep up with the Sun.
This way of seeing the solar system, it's plotting the moon of everything in the solar system around the center of the galaxy. So the sun's moving around, but it's moving in time, so it makes a spiral shape.
And for the cherry on top, all of these calculations have been assuming perfectly circular orbits. But the actual heliocentric model claims that the Moon's orbit around the Earth's orbit around the Sun, and the Sun's orbit around the Milky Way are all elliptical, not circular, meaning there would be even more additional accelerations and decelerations to calculate depending where each one is along its ellipse.
And they've all been calculated. I actually got an old textbook here, Carroll and Osley Introduction to Modern Astrophysics. It's about 20 years old, but some stuff's still relevant in it. But yeah, there are formulas, and someday I'll have to do out the formula for this, but onto the computer. But it's been calculated.
Path. These constant and drastic accelerations and decelerations necessitated by the heliocentric model are rarely, if ever, mentioned by globe believers, because they have always been taught that the reason we do not feel or experience any of this supposed motion is because we always travel at a constant velocity. In their own model, however, due to their elliptical orbits and revolving around other revolving bodies, the Moon, Sun, Earth, and other planets could not maintain constant velocities, and would instead be regularly accelerating and decelerating. Yet, meanwhile, you can stack a house of cards, make a rock cairn, or play a game of Jenga, all without any...
Because we're part of the well, our relatively small mass hardly affects the momentum of the system, and that would have very little effect. on the objects on that scale.
Any of this motion, acceleration, and deceleration ever being felt or experienced.
And now to some other thing.
Pay attention and listen because
And me have the
Yeah, we're gonna get some this is in Winnipeg. Edmonton. It's cold. We may be getting
Someone wanted to lose weight
some
quickly.
storm weather.
What happens in the dark must come to the light. And there's only so long you can lie before the truth is revealed. So when I say I got your ass, oh, I've got your ass. So, Captain Robert Falcon Scott was a British Royal Navy officer and explorer who led 2 expeditions to the Antarctic regions, the Discovery Expedition and the ill-fated Terra Nova Expedition. And you ain't gonna believe what he found.
I doubt any of this has been found in Antarctica.
All over Antarctica. Oh my days.
All the
I
ancient,
knew it. I just knew it.
the only ancient ruins I know of are in Stargate, and that's a fictional sci-fi series.
The continent was too big for no one to have never lived there. And remember, old maps used to show Antarctica green with no ice.
You also notice parts of Western Canada that aren't even there yet, or kind of greenish. Probably not the most accurate map.
So I'm not surprised that we're seeing all of these ancient ruins. If people only knew that there's ancient ruins all over Antarctica, even a pyramid.
There is a pyramid-shaped mountain in Antarctica, but that's probably due from erosion.
Oh my diddy. And who were these people? I don't know. And what happened to these people? I don't know. Was Antarctica a
used to smoke, right? So if I came to you today and I offer you
Kanye West sacrificed his own mom for fame.
Alright, a new development in the journey to add.
Another part of the flat Earth is they think that there's mysterious lands beyond Antarctica to travel to. I think this guy's planning on making a trip.
Asgard. I'm going to be actually building a boat now. I'm not going to buy one. And I'm not going to bring any weapons on there because I don't want to scare any of the peoples that live on these continents. This is just a peaceful mission. I just want to see the scenery, take some photos, and then come back to Middle Earth. But I'm not going to shoot, most importantly, I'm not going to shoot at any of the dragons. They're already afraid of the 5G enough.
See, this is the Antarctic wall, so this is beyond Antarctica.
We don't need to anger them even more. Like, we already killed a bunch of them back in medieval times. But I'll be actually building a boat, and I'm going to use free energy technology to make it the fastest boat the world has ever seen. There are so many different groups of people who have made their own free energy devices. I've seen so many examples of them, but I'm sick of none of them being out in the open and being mass used by the population. So I'm going to create my own, and I'm going to at least sail to Antarctica, see whatever Admiral Byrd was talking about, the green lush grass in Antarctica with the city and stuff. I gotta see that is real at least. So I'm gonna go to Antarctica at least with a bunch of...
The Earth could be much bigger than we thought. And you know what's really disturbing? I'll reveal it at the end. In recent years, there has been...